Hey, I've been seeing a lot of discussions and videos about GOATs in general. Shout out these two amazing videos. I kind of want to join the conversation. Now, while I could mention GOATs in TV, characters, animes, but we'll cross that path in the future. But for now, I was thinking if we talking about GOATs, a good GOAT debate would be video games. Now, while I can make a strong case for some of my favorites, I wanted to also simplify it because, well, we'll be here all day with this. So, hey, if we're talking about the greatest of all time, then let me ask a question. Who is the best video game mascot? So off rip, I got a good 5 characters, honestly, well, 10, now thinking about it, who are solid picks for being classified as the GOAT, at least in my opinion. I'll tell y'all, but hold on, speaking of opinion, 3 things to tell y'all and explain to y'all. I know, calm down, it'll be quick. But 1, what is a GOAT? AKA, that means the greatest of all time. You are in your own league. You defied generations and cultures with your impact and longevity. You had quality games throughout all these decades, especially when it comes to being a game mascot. When they see your face, they know who you are. Franchise defining status. I'm talking about big ass worldwide fan base. You got it like that. One of ones. Broke so many records. Literally carried your consoles through infinity and beyond. Yeah, I could go on and go on. Just know they left a one-of-a-kind legacy. And honestly, there are a few gaming GOATs. You probably think there's more out there, but I ain't gonna lie. With the impact some of these characters are having, it's a reason why I had to put them in their own category. And I'll probably say it's like quite a few in that one compared to like the rest of the list. 2, what is a mascot? Specifically gaming. It's basically the poster child and how much motion the person, animal, or thing. It could go from being barely relevant to just everywhere to the point you can't escape it. Whether it's that merch, fast food collabs, and like TV deals, like commercials everywhere. Being showcased at parades everywhere. And 3, I can already see this might be a controversial video and topic. So I will say I'm going to attempt to do this objectively. Some might have my favorites, some I might not know. But if they got motion, if they got it, they got it. Simple as that. Also, let me add, I'm just an idiot who loves talking about anime and games and playing them. I mean, I know all of them. You probably do. If you see my pics and hate it, they're gonna crash out in the comments, man. Like, it's not that serious. If you want to make one, go ahead, make a video about it, because I definitely want to watch. So, you got the unknowns, then the underrated, well-knowns, then the icons, and then the GOATs. Then the definitive GOAT. But hey, before we get to all that, we gotta talk about the unknowns real quick. Some of these came out and moved a little needle, but then right back to relevancy they go. Now, some people may know these guys, but a lot won't. Have you heard of Bubsy, Croc, Arrow the Acrobat? Clever name. Rizidar? Ristar. Honestly, he got hold, just bad timing, safe to say that. Captain Commando, Jesus, the 90s was a wild time. My favorite unknown mascot that factored in 90s was probably Gex. Man, this guy got some lore that I may explain in another video, but we got other characters to go over. Just know from one of the videos I've seen, people talk about it, Gex could have been one of the ones, but just unfortunately got left in the 90s. Because hey, I guess maybe we done with the 90s now.
The 90s. Jordan was big trash.
I'm sorry. The pictures I've seen him, he got some aura. That's all I'm gonna say. He got a little bit of aura. He looked cool. And he do got a little bit of fan base that probably played him on the PS1 back in the day. But the thing is, I found out that the mascot was intended for the 3DO. Not the 3DS, the 3DO. I'm like, what the fuck is that? You could guess it didn't take off since he's in this category. But the mascots I named, people may know about a little bit, but they have some support. Now these other people,
who are these niggas?
Bonk, Boogerman, Glover, I ain't gonna lie, he looked kind of fun to play. But I never heard or seen these guys before. Now, the other ones I've seen, but I can't really think of their name until I researched them, they could be considered underrated unknowns in a way. Shantae, I know, had some following for like indie games, but was overshadowed by other releases. I remember Parappa the Rapper. Okay, I mainly only know him from PlayStation All-Stars, that Smash quote-unquote competitor, and that's really it. Sly Cooper was it wasn't no Ratchet and Clank or Jack and Dexter, I tell you. It was aight. Conquer the Squirrel, I'm just gonna say sorry in advance because I feel like he's way more popular than I'm giving him credit. I don't know, I see him in different artworks with other popular game characters, but I'm always like,
Who in the blue hell are you?
I feel like I probably pissed off some people with that. Sorry, I'll learn more about him in the future. People with newer releases, Klonoa, I know he's been around, and I may or may not have a video for him, so I got more stuff to say in that. I'm just say now that he deserves more love. Oh, and how could I almost forget? Knights! Knights. Man, growing up playing this game, I actually thought Sega pulled Nintendo and is gonna have two of the best selling mascots for their company, and they're gonna take the fuck over. I thought Knights was gonna go to the moon, but they took a while after releasing this amazing gem of a game and came out with an underwhelming sequel. And I think you can guess the fucking rest. But hey, Knights is back in Sonic Racing Crossroads, so there's hope. Who's to say a franchise can't come back from obscurity, huh? Oh, we're gonna get to that. I believe you had to be there again, early 2000s. If you played this game, you probably saw them in Sonic games as a cameo a lot and invested your time in the franchise. Thank you, Sonic, for all the love they showed to Knights, because they could have been in this boat.
In the blue hell.
Now, of course, when talking about GOATs and icons, we unfortunately have to look over the underrated but well-known gems. Fair warning, this finna be a talk, because back in my day, face that. But no, I grew up in 2000s playing a few games besides my two favorites, and I played it for the time being. And when I grew up and thinking about the past, I had a nostalgic memory and see these mascots like Jax and Dexter, Spyro, and even Bomberman. What y'all know about them guys, man? Come on, they did great numbers in their run, and some are still trying, Bomberman. But when you bring up these games, people will look at you like you belong in a senior citizen facility. Bro, I was talking to my little cousin, and I mentioned I played games like Mario, Sonic, Spyro. Oh, hold on, he said, Spyro? Who is that? I'm like, what the fuck you mean you don't know Spyro? But you know what? I had to calm down. It's fine, because if we're being honest, you just had to be there once again, especially for the first one. The first Spyro game, amazing. Holy shit. Now the follow-ups, which probably was the main reason of them losing the Steam, so I get it. Then, however, I mentioned Smash Bros. He knows some of the characters. I asked, have you heard of someone like Captain Falcon, F-Zero? He said, who? Oh, no. I'm making shit up now. I'm not getting that. Oh, Captain Falcon, are you kidding me? Show me your move. Hell, I'm not even gonna mention Beautiful Joe. I had to throw a little shout out in there, but people nowadays are not even remembering the core Smash Bros. Players. Like Captain Falcon, I didn't even mention Fire Emblem. I just gotta accept, we're getting old, guys. And speaking of Smash Bros., I think if you're in that game, you're automatically well known. Captain Falcon, Fire Emblem, Castlevania characters, Dragon Quest, Pinkman, Xenoblade, other franchises. But you might not even think of them. Well, speaking of Dragon Quest, I know they have like a lot of faces, but trust me, their mascot is this slime, this funny looking slime. I know you probably seen this somewhere. You probably like, where is this from? Yeah, Dragon Quest. But you might have seen them around, and Smash Bros. Helps with that a lot for the characters who get recognition from it. Some maintain recognition and hype, some popped up, had it, then faded, but only to re-emerge. Motherfucking Star Fox! Ah! Now, I ain't gonna lie, with the recent hype he been getting, I almost put this guy in icon. I was feeling, hey, you know what I'm saying? Fox has been taking over the past year. Kids don't really know him, which, fair. And if they do, I can finally say, it's cause of Mario, yes sir! I probably pissed off the Star Fox fandom again, but I talked about my history with Star Fox, and I could say it's one of the good creative elements of Nintendo. When you think about space games, you might think of Asteroids, Space Invader, and then maybe Star Fox. With the movie and now the upcoming new game seems to be a remake of Star Fox 64. Wait, again? Interesting redesigns, but Star Fox, man, at least it's back. Safe to say you know Star Fox now. Other well-known, slightly underrated mascots are the ones y'all were pitching to be a playable fighter in Smash Bros. And trust me, I agree with all of them. Rayman, Bomberman, my GOAT, Shovel Knight, Cuphead, and my guy, Phoenix Wright. Now, I've been a fan of him all my life.
Objection! Objection!
Alright, I'm lying. I don't want to be a LARPer. But I do know a little bit, mostly from the memes and fan creations. They keep his face out there and seen. Other well-known figures like Jack and Dexter. Man, peak PS2 era. What a hell of a time. Each game hit. No misses, man. Come on. In my opinion, at least. But it stayed in the 2000s. No new game. Just us fans going back and replaying the old ones and watch it fucking collect dust. Anytime you bring up underrated games, they always end the convo some way, somehow. Now, while there are some other underrated mascots like these, it's time we enter the last two categories for these mascots. And well, got one question for you.
What you call an icon living? Start a record label, Misfits just did it.
Yes, now we are talking. These icons, you know them, you've seen them, and probably key parts of your life. This is where merch, ads, TV, other mediums come into play. It pushes its status to be recognized in public. Their sales push them to the iconic status and even define their era. They went on a crazy run with hit after hit, little to no misses, and added glory to their console. Some of them I don't even got to explain. Hey, Donkey Kong. That's doing amazing even without Mario being involved. And yes, he's the only other Mario character that's on here because, well, I mean, come on, it's fucking Donkey Kong. Kirby, Banjo, Crash. Oh, Crash, yes. He's an icon whether you like it or not, even if he did fall off the hype. But the era that he legit was competing with Mario and Sonic and technically overthrew them since PlayStation was #1 in their first year. I already went over that. Also, just like other people in this category, he has a big fan base. Plus, growing up playing this crazy son of a bit, like, it felt like a fever dream. But you knew you had a wild time. I had to put other characters like Isabelle from Animal Crossing. Now, I thought Villager was mascot, but nah, I've seen a lot of the fandom think it's this adorable pup. And they will spaz out on you if you get it wrong. Snake from the iconic Metal Gear series, still going strong with the remakes. Y'all know these guys. The fandom often argues who's better, Samus and Mega Man. They earn their right to be in the status. Metroid, while it may not be top 3, it consistently put out good quality games and sustains a great fan base. And Mega Man, if you're being for real, the early run they had, let's just say it was a generational run. And you know this robot. Plus the quality of the games and the intense lore they had, the deep lore they had, whew, yeah, it's 1-to-1. And again, the last game that came out for Mega Man was fucking 2018. Crazy, right? Luckily, the new game is coming, but, you know, let's see if the hype would go back up from there. But see, I named characters that are playable in Smash. You got other characters who fandom just blew the fuck up and became massive on the internet. They got involved in Smash and other big games. Guys like Sans, I would say the Undertale mascot, because he could just damn near be considered a pop culture phenomenon off one and only one game, Undertale. And if you think I'm lying about the hype, if you think I'm bullshitting about the hype, just go on a deep dive about Sans' character in general. Have fun. Going outside to talk about other icons from different game genres. Fighting game mascots are complicated because I could just put the MCs, but nah, I gotta include the face of it. The ones they push for collabs, marketing, and other things. And the only one I could think of really is Terry from SNK. He's everywhere. I know you've seen his redneck lookalike somewhere. And if this wasn't really about mascots, I probably would have mentioned MK, Mortal Kombat. But the series uses different guys like Scorpion, Liu Kang, and some people just say it's Johnny Cage as the mascot. But okay? Tekken, same thing with that. I thought it was Jin, but people were saying like 7 different guys. Man, it's a lot, man. I know I mentioned games like Soul Calibur and Guilty Gear. I think those are underrated. But anyways, yeah, Terry, iconic, MK, and Tekken are popular. But in terms of like a definitive mascot, I can only think of Terry, really. Dante, I wanted to put him on his list. I wanted to put Dante from Devil May Cry on his list. But I got to be honest, if we're talking about mascot of a franchise, Capcom, that's Mega Man. Give it a bean. Flight, MC in general from video games, he'll be iconic for sure. I kind of want to say he's the mascot for hack and slash, but I don't know too much about that category like that besides Devil May Cry, so he's an anomaly. That's all I'm going to say about that. Then we got the mascots that I know but haven't really played their game or even never really played it. I'm not a big first-person shooter guy, so take what I say with a grain of salt. I casually played Overwatch, but I figured Tracy was the mascot, and the impact Overwatch had was huge. Enough said with that. Never played Fallout, but I knew this guy was the mascot because I just seen him everywhere. Plus, I asked my brother, who's a fan of the series, and he agrees that it's iconic. Freddy Fazbear, I almost put him in a tier above this one because of how I witnessed the growth when he first appeared compared to now. Jesus, he blew the fuck up. And the fan base with FNAF, I think it's up there with Undertale, probably even way bigger, honestly. It's crazy big. And I only played FNAF 2 times because it scared the shit out of me. But I asked my friend who was a big FNAF fan, and he says, yeah, kind of icon. He said there's more iconic characters in the series. If you're talking about mascot, he's the mascot, and you can put him iconic. But if y'all think he's the GOAT, fair. Same with the Resident Evil series. I haven't played it, but my friend does, and a lot of other people, especially on Reddit, says he's iconic. So, bet, say less. Now, these last few ones, I know I played some of them. Ratchet and Clank, great games, iconic for the PlayStation console. I would say the bigger icon than the big 3, if you want to consider these guys the big 3. Their sales was crazy in the 2000s and 2010s. Lara Croft. Tomb Raider series, the mascot Lara Croft. Now, I'm just getting into this series. Played a little bit of the first game, trying to like immerse myself in the series like I did with DMC. So I can't say too much, but I know she's easily one of the most iconic video game characters, female leads of all time. I almost put her in GOAT, almost, but she kind of got shuffled out when I had like my solid list. If you consider her a GOAT, I understand. I just want to be safe and put her in iconic because I'm not sure the quality of the games. I've heard people say it's hit or miss sometimes, but when it hits, and it sells really, really well. And last but not least, Angry Birds. Oh, okay, hold on. Probably like, oh, this is the GOAT of mobile game, all that type of stuff. Angry Birds, it's close to being the GOAT. I almost put it in there, but hot take, I like Flappy Bird better. I think some of the fans say like it fell off too. So I'm like, you know what? Icon. It's iconic. Let's just leave it at that. I almost put Assassin's Creed guy in here. I almost put the Call of Duty guy. But I don't know what's the mascot for those series. It's just mascot list, so sorry they're not on here. And let me just say this. I know Fortnite, sorry, spoiler alert, is not in this list. If it was, it would be in GOAT. But just like other series, who is their mascot? Is it this guy? Is it her? I don't know. I feel like it's unfair to put them in this list. They cheat, man. They steal shit. All the mascots I mentioned in this video are in this fucking game. Nah, man. GTA, same thing. It would be in the GOAT, but like different mascots. Finally, we here. It's time to talk about the greatest of all time. Man, you think these guys got some pressure? Hey, pressure? What pressure? I got 10. I got 10 for the GOAT category, and maybe I'm missing some, but fuck it. I could easily just say these ones are genuinely the greatest of all time at what they do. It's crazy how much motion they got. It's crazy the quality. Like, it's rare for them to have misses. Just the global impact alone. My God, they got it. Ain't no one touching these guys to me. Hey, some may be biased, but I kept it real because I know the impact they had. Whether it's in my life or other people's life, simple, they GOATs to me. I got my top 5 low key, but the rest top 10, hey, let me just name them. By the way, none of these characters below this tier have like, top lists. I just listed them, but I do have like top 10. 10 through 7 are like interchangeable. 6 through like 1, I was sweating thinking about these. In his name, 10 through 7, no order. Ryu, I feel like he is the GOAT of fighting games. The biggest character from Street Fighter. I think Street Fighter is probably the best fighting game just in general. That whole series, it's too goated. And you got goated characters from that series. The global impact they have, the sales, whether it's arcade games or just early on consoles, Street Fighter got it. And the face of Street Fighter is Ryu. The Hadouken is iconic. Shoryuken, it's simple. Ryu is him. I'm not an Xbox guy. I'm definitely not a Halo guy. But I'd be a fool not to put him in the GOAT category. Easily the mascot of Xbox. Self-explanatory. You know how Halo moved and brought so many numbers to Xbox in general. The face of the franchise, easily. Next two, I had to put Kratos in here. Y'all probably be like, he's more of an icon. Nah, I'm sorry. Kratos is the fucking GOAT. He's probably the closest thing I would say for like a face of the franchise for PlayStation. Now, I know you got Sackboy and Astrobot, but they aren't well known. They don't move like Kratos. Series titles early on just defined the console and became one of the best things for PlayStation. And even now, the hype it still gets, even when a new game comes out, low-key unmatched. However, now this is just me. I'm probably gonna disagree heavy. Probably don't know, I'm a big RPG guy. I could easily say, no, probably not easily, it's probably debatable. I feel like, to me, he was at first the icon, but then I thought about it. If you think of RPG, one of the first faces you gonna think of is my fucking GOAT, Cloud! Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy series and from Final Fantasy 7. Hell, I almost put teeth on his fucking lips. My wife. Okay, my bad. Y'all know, any RPG fan know who this is. They know this series. And Final Fantasy 7 is one of my favorite series of all time. The impact it had on my life, I'd be damned to put him in an icon. He's a GOAT to me. But that's 10 through 7. Y'all know GOAT is definitive greatest of all time. So meaning 1. So we gotta, exit them at this list. Now we got 6 through 1. I'm gonna save the last 2. 6 through 3, right? Damn, I'm counting like flight. All right. Ho, ho, ho. I'm gonna just name them. Fuck it. I'm gonna just name them. Might as well. I even just tease y'all. We got Pac-Man, Link, Steve, and last but not fucking least, Sonic. I know. I know. Well, I'll probably piss y'all off with that one. I ain't gonna. I know I pissed y'all off. Just hear me out though. Hear me out. Pac-Man, self-explanatory. Literally, we wouldn't have majority of these characters if it wasn't for Pac-Man. The amount of motion it had in the early 80s, even 90s. If you're talking about the gaming mascot, Pac-Man might be it. Low-key, just all time in general. However, it being so old, I feel like plays a factor into it not being as hyped as today. Classic arcade game. You can go to the arcade to play Pac-Man. Not really, get a console and buy a Pac-Man game. Maybe same as Tetris, which kind of would be in the GOAT list too, but I don't know the mascot. I don't want to put a fucking block here, but yeah, Pac-Man, not as much steam as it had, but it's still a global icon. Once again, self-explanatory. Probably the godfather of games. I'm just saying right now, the godfather of mascots. Link. Hold on now. Okay, just hear me out. I know it's easily top 2 for best-selling Nintendo console. One of the most recognizable faces of a gaming mascot. But the title, honestly, is Zelda, not Link. Ooh, that wasn't this. I am being honest. It's for real. It's definitely a GOAT, but it's not one of my top 2 GOATs. It's in the top 5. I can recognize it as that. But I think y'all know the other character who might be the face. Not might be. Is the face of it. But I still want to give Link its respect because the games, Zelda games don't miss. Come on. Maybe it's a few misses, but it's quality. It's genuinely too damn good. And the sales, man, I ain't never seen that shit before besides another character, but I'm talking about in general, they are globally recognized and globally sell well that you gotta respect it. Breath of the Wild is one of the best games I've seen in the past 2 decades, man. They are still putting out that great of quality of games. You have to respect it. I think I said Steve too. Now, mind you, everyone played Minecraft. I might say this is the GOAT, fair. Everyone played Minecraft, whether it's console, mobile, PC. A lot of kids still play. I kind of don't really care about it like that. I did at one point when I was a kid, but now I like other games. And I feel like older people may not even recognize it. They just know about it from their kids. It's definitely in that conversation of being a GOAT, but it's not my GOAT, and this is really my list. So. And Sonic. Damn. Sonic, man. Hey, you're in top 3, because y'all know this is one of my GOATs. Y'all know the channel by now. I do a lot of Sonic videos.
5 minutes later.
I'm telling you, if this could have been fucking... Oh, damn, now I'm gonna get pissed. This could have been number 1. If it wasn't for that stretch of time where the games just wasn't hitting like that. They got creative. Some was definitely misses. But the shit they did in the 90s, I'm talking about to come in with the impact like that and challenge the fucking top guy and even be better at them in some years. What a run they had. Games, even outside media stuff, is definitely one of the most recognized figures and mascots in gaming. This guy, the motion he had, man, you remember the characters I named from the unknown and probably underrated? The edgy mascots, the different animals, yeah. Safe to say, they kind of got inspired by a certain blue hedgehog. So the inspiration there, so he's gonna be top 10 regardless. You know who Sonic got inspired by? Pac-Man, yeah. In a way, he got inspired by Pac-Man and a certain Italian plumber. But it ain't top 2. Drum roll, please. Probably the greatest of all time mascots that I saved for top 2 is fucking between Pikachu from Pokemon and Mario. Call it bias, what you want, I don't give a fuck. The impact these two, hell, low-key even 3, had on me and still do, I knew from the jump, I was like, yeah, these gonna be top 2. Now, y'all know the GOAT though is 1. The definitive GOAT of gaming mascots. Who is him? Who is the definitive GOAT between these 2? Drum roll. I can't decide. Oh. I'm sorry. Oh man, y'all don't know how hard this is. Because every quality of what makes a GOAT, these 2 have it. You could argue that Pikachu isn't the face, but be real with yourself. The mascot since day 1 was Pikachu. Whether how many games came out, how many shows came out, Pikachu was one of the most recognizable faces for a series ever. The card game in general, the impact Pokemon had, literally the GOAT. One of one, other card ones, but that one is just undisputed, unanimous, the best card game of all time, Pokemon. Or the most recognizable, at least, you know, Pokemon. And then you got Mario. Mario been the face and since fucking Jumpman. And the run, a few misses, honestly. But even then, I bet you had some fun playing it. And there are some fans who genuinely just love the bad games. And it's not that many bad games, to be real. Mario still has a great goated catalog that everyone want to collab with. Everyone want to use it. I played every console that he was on, at least, you know, most of it. Every console, especially the major ones, he had at least one generation defining game. Maybe more than 1, maybe more than 2, maybe more than 3. Like, especially when you're talking about GameCube and Wii. I didn't even mention the Switch because you already know with the Odyssey, man, come on, like, it's always a monumental game that he has and the quality is there. Like, if you want to play a Mario game, you have no choice but to get a Switch or a Nintendo console. They give you his money worth. I'm be honest, well, at least the older ones. I'm not saying with the Switch too, but like, you know, before that, you got your money's worth. And you always had a good time with your family or by yourself or with your partner and stuff. Like, it's always a great time, no matter how old you get. The the old, even your grandparents know about Mario and even Sonic, the impact they had to go from gaming to other fields like movies, TV, animes, theme parks. I mentioned big ass floats to these guys, but like just movies dominating the box office, worldwide status. These guys are 101. Y'all gonna hate me for doing this, but this is just like Jordan and LeBron. I think Pikachu's 1B and Mario's 1A. Fuck it. These are the GOATs of gaming. Nah, realistically, I probably put Mario as the GOAT. Maybe biased, sure, but it is my number 1. Pikachu could be number 2, but I'd rather it be 1B. And that is my greatest of all time gaming mascot. You can let me know down below in the comments who is yours and who probably I should add to the list. And make sure it's a mascot. Don't just put a game, really. Like, I know you're probably gonna put Among Us some shit. I'm not putting that. Send me the mascot of that. Like, I know it's this red thing. And even then, I'll probably say it's iconic because it's up there with fucking Angry Birds and me. Mario is my game mascot and probably forever will be. So just wanting to do this funny video. This is fun to make. Comment down below what you think about this. And if we get a lot of likes in this one, I may just say screw it. May just bear the challenge of doing the greatest of all time anime MCs.
I'm sorry, Mr. Whitaker.
I said, God help me.
All right, I'm out. Peace. Oh, bye.